I want to talk to you about free hosting, no ads review. So this is actually a company's name. This is not a term that I just made up. Free hosting, no ads. This is a company name, and we're talking about hosting. So we want to really look at this company to make sure it is really worth it. Let's talk about that. So here's a summary I want you to think about. So when you think about free hosting, no ads, what should you be thinking about? Well, the thing is that this is actually a hosting platform that allows you to do a lot of things. Okay, and so the free plan won't fill your site with adverts, but will hinder its growth with 1 gigabyte of disk space and 5 gigabyte of monthly traffic limitations. So basically, you do have some limitations here. So if you have in mind anything but a small and simple site, its paid plans will look much more interesting. So let me talk to you about the pros and cons of this platform, so we have a clear idea about what we're talking about. So we first let's look at the benefits. So you have ad-free, 24/7 support, 30 days money back guarantee with paid plans. You got to be on the paid plans though, even though the name of the website is free hosting, no ads. You still want to actually pay something, okay? So the auto installer for WordPress, Joomla, and Graph is really good. You have instant account activation, and the paid plans are pretty cheap. So that's the, let's say, a summary of the advantages. What about the disadvantages? Well, no SSL certificate nor backups with a free plan. The free plan is very limited in general. You saw the limitations I spoke about earlier, and stripped down website builder. So the website builder is not really where it should be. I mean, if you are looking for something serious in terms of your website, you're not going to get it with free hosting, no ads. So free hosting, no ads name may not be the most imaginative one, but it definitely is descriptive. It tells you exactly what to expect. And for over a decade now, the company has been offering just that, completely free hosting solutions that will not crowd your site with unwanted ads. And it's one of those things where you have to understand, when we talk about something that's very free, you have to think about who's paying for the services, right? So it's one of those things where you have limitations. So if you want something better, just pay for just get the paid plans. That's just a lot better. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let me address the pricing sort of topic right off the bat, because when we talk about free hosting, no ads, a lot of folks are interested in pricing. So I want you to look on the screen right now. When we talk about free hosting or no ads, there is actually everything is free, but you have to be clear as to what you want. Okay, with free hosting, no ads, you get to choose between three shared hosting solutions, one of which is fully free and ad free to boot. That This plan includes a hosted domain, a single hosted domain, up to three subdomains, which is really good if you are looking for is, let's say, a simple personal side project. You have 1 gigabyte of storage space, 5 gigabyte of monthly traffic, a one-click installer. So this is kind of cool. A template-based website builder, and a 99.9% uptime guarantee. So although restrictions on resources could be crippling for anything but a small and simple site, the plan looks a bit better when it comes to essentials, with support for PHP 5.7. You have PHP MyAdmin, MySQL, Perl, CGI, QD, lots of email features, and 24/7, 365 customer support. So this is really good. If this doesn't fit your needs and you can spare a few bucks, two additional paid plans are on sale, and both include 30 days money back guarantee. So you have plenty of time before making a final decision. It's one of those things where you have to see whether those services are really worth it for you. Now the VIP goes for a mere 50 cents. And this is like a $4.99 upon renewal, and will free you from restriction on disk space and bandwidth. And if you want even more unlimited features, go with a pro. So it's one of those things, again, you have to see what really works for your situation. Now, methods of payment with free hosting, no ads, include all major credit cards, PayPal, WorldPay, and Bankwire. One thing I want to say here is that the company has a solid business model, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be around after 10 years, okay? Something must be working, that's for sure. Something is really working. You just have to make sure that their business model is in sync with what you would like to see happening for your particular project. So this is really good. So in terms of In terms of free hosting, you have Windows hosting, you have Linux hosting, you have small business hosting, you have shared hosting, you have e-commerce hosting, you have email hosting, VPS hosting, and a website builder. So this is really cool. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about free hosting, no ads. This is a review of this hosting platform. I want to talk to you about user experience. So UX, let's talk about user experience here. So when you think about free hosting, to sign up for a free plan, free or paid plan for that matter, you will be asked to create an account with free hosting, no ads. And to do so, you'll have to surrender quite a lot of personal information, and it's going to take a while. So this is one thing where the UX has to be improved, really. So it's not like 3 minutes or 1 minute or 2 minutes. It might take like 5 to 10 minutes. And it's one of those things where they'll ask you a lot of information, but they'll also want to confirm things from you. So you have to go to your email and then click on the link they send you. You have to confirm, blah, 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 blah. And however, ahead of that, you will you will select the plan, deal with the domain name, register a new one, transfer an old one, or make use of free subdomain feature, and decide whether to include an SSL certificate. 5 of them are currently available, and VPS 3 plans are available. So you got to really choose what's great for you. And this is one of those things where this goes back to the type of a project you are working on. And so needless to say, both SSL certificates and VPS will cost you extra money. And the price for an SSL is ranging from 25 to 599. In some cases, it goes all the way to 750 per year. And for VPS, from 215, you are looking at 215, 250 to all the way to $1,000 per year. However, with VPS, you can choose between 3 billing cycles, including 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year period. So you can decide, whatever works for you. And the next step requires you to fill out your account information, come up with a password, and go through the terms and service. So after verifying your email, which will also include the necessary login information, you should actually proceed to the custom-made control panel, which may look a bit intimidating at first, but it's pretty easy to use. And what's more, tech-savvy users will be glad to see the wide array of features such as Database Manager. You have PHP setting, you have site building tools, backup manager, you have website statistics, and much more. So this is kind of cool. And if you, for any reason, if you opted for a free subdomain at the start, the free plan supports up to 3. Go to Domain Manager and create one with any of the 10 available and rather lengthy names. And so WordPress, Joomla, and Graph can be yours in no time thanks to Zacky App Installer. However, to access more web apps, you'll have to upgrade your plan to a paid one. So this is what it is again. Alternatively, you can take advantage of a simplistic template-based Zacky website builder, which is very user-friendly but somewhat limited. And you can create actually a site with up to 5 pages. Let me talk to you about the speed and experience. Of course, we are still talking about the UX here, the user experience. So experience is something that you are going to appreciate actually on free hosting, no ads. And so although free hosting, no ads will not empower your site with cutting edge or speed, it won't sabotage it either by making it load at a really low pace, snail's pace if you want. So the thing is that after performing several speed tests on the main site using several techniques that we did, we were pleasantly surprised with an 97% as a conclusive grade. The thing is that a lot of folks think that because of free hosting, no ads is really free, the performance will be a subpar. Not really. Again, I want to go back to what I said earlier. They've been in business for more than 10 years. And they must be doing something right. Their business model must be solid. Otherwise, they wouldn't have survived that long. So the site, when we tested our sites, the site completely loaded in 7 seconds, which is somewhere between the average results and the recommended one. However, after checking out other vital web metrics, the largest contentful paint, the total blocking time, and cumulative layout shift, it's one of those things where we really see that the score is really at the top. Okay, you have to understand that when we talk about free hosting, no ads, all of those, all of their plans come with an industry standard 99.9% uptime guarantee, which is really great to see. And after monitoring the uptime of the main site via other other websites for 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, we actually we did not find any trace of downtime, which led to flawless 100% of it. So it's one of those things you have to understand. The site is performing. Performance is high up there. In addition to this, the average response time was more than reasonable at the 225 milliseconds, and with only a single major spike, which is quite insignificant. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about free hosting, no ads review. I want to talk to you about support. So support is an important element. Anytime you hear something is free, people are saying, "Oh, well, is it really free? Who is paying for it? Whatever, whatever." So you want to think about the support, right? Is it 24/7, 365? I mean, can you get somebody on the phone? What kind of support is it really? I mean, do you have to do a lot of things DIY? If you have no money, can you get things done anyway? So let's talk about that. Now, free hosting, no ads comes off a bit stronger than most of its free hosting competitors when it comes to customer support. This is one of those things where a lot of folks are kind of baffled at the performance of this free sort of provider, because what are they getting money from? Well, their business model, once again, is pretty solid because they're getting the cash from somewhere anyway. So what we have found is that when it comes to customer support, free hosting, no ads is pretty solid out there. Their support staff is on duty 24/7 and available via integrated ticketing system, sales, live chat, and email. So nobody is going to pick up the phone and talk to you. No, it's not available. That option is not available. In addition, to what we have seen is that you can also contact the sales staff via telephone through three numbers, one of each for users from the UK, the USA, and Germany. Alternatively, you can search for solutions on your own by using the knowledge base. Its layout is more comparable with an FAQ section, as it takes the reader through the common questions and concerns, offering short but suitable text-only solutions. And although these answers are not as detailed as we would like them to be, they manage to cover most of the issues users are likely to encounter during the trip through web hosting. What I want to say here is that when you think about free hosting, no ads, you got to really, of course, and this makes sense. If you're not paying for stuff, you got to be ready for some DIY work. Anyway, we got to be ready to look out for answers yourself. And so the bottom line here is that when we talk about customer support with free hosting, no ads, the result is a solid A. It's a solid 95% plus, more than 95% performance. So this is really solid. I want to talk to you about the rivalry here. So basically, when you think about free hosting, no ads, the question is, are they really, can they really sustain their business model? Our answer is yes, definitely. And if you are keen on finding a free web host, but not too keen on having heavy restrictions on storage, space, and bandwidth, feel free to actually check out Infinity Free instead of free hosting, no ads. And they seem to offer a better business model. With them, you'll get unlimited storage and bandwidth, a one-click installer, and a simplified but fully functional version of cPanel, all of which is something you would otherwise get within a commercial package, okay? And so this is kind of cool. Now, free web hosting area is another alternative to free hosting, no ads, and both hosts offer fully shared hosting packages that pack freedom from unwanted adverts to boot. However, this won't be a true forever with free web hosting areas, since they promised an ad-free regime for new sites only. As soon as your site starts to grow, you will be forced to decide whether to pay $1 per month for your site to remain ad-free, or to learn how to tolerate ads popping up all over your pages. Okay, so it's one of those things where you have to see what really works for you. However, if you can spare a few dollars every single month, there are plenty of budget-friendly hosts for which you can really be sure that they will never place ads on your websites. And so, for instance, you have Bluehost. Bluehost is really it's a novice-friendly host which offers a wide variety of feature-packed plans at attractive prices, especially for those who are willing to commit for a year or longer. And this is kind of cool. So you have Bluehost, you have Mocha Host, you also have a HostGator, you have CloudHost, and so this is kind of cool. And HostGator is as capable as a Bluehost, and with its generous 45-day money back guarantee, you'll have plenty of time to test its services before making up your mind. So this is kind of cool. So Bluehost is one of the best options for those who intend to create a WordPress site, since it's one of the three hosts that are endorsed by WordPress itself. Think about that. So this is kind of cool. And but if WordPress hosting is not a must, well, go with CloudHost, Mocha Host, HostGator, or all the other players out there. So what is our verdict here? When we think about free hosting, no ads, what is our opinion? What is our recommendation? Big question is the company worth it? Yes. Is the company safe? Yes. Is it legit? Yes. With this sort of crazy name, I mean, think about it. It's not really imaginary, but hey, listen, it is what it is. Free hosting, no ads. People might be thinking that, hey, listen, the company is not really serious. This company is more than serious. And as I said before, they've been in business for more than 10 years. They are doing something right. Their business model is solid. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. Okay. There are a lot of hosting platforms that started and they actually closed shop after 1 or 2 years. So one thing I want to say here is that should you go with free hosting, no ads? Definitely yes. Give them a try. Give them a try. If your budget is $0, give them a try. But if you have a $1 or $2 per month to spare, then you want to really upgrade to their paid plans. Okay, you'll see many more functionalities at that level, many more capabilities, and you are going to get rid of the restrictions that come with free hosting, no ads. So in addition to cost-free and ad-free hosting, with free hosting, no ads, you'll get plenty of features with just as many limitations, such as 5 GB bandwidth, no backups, nor an SSL certificate, which makes it a bit hard to recommend it in comparison with free hosts like Infinity Free or the other one that I just showed you, Free Web Hosting Area. Okay, and however, paired with the good performance, round-the-clock support, and a 30-day money-back guarantee, their paid packages seem worth a try. So it's one of those things where we are definitely recommending this platform for you. If you have, let's say, if you have a side project, if you have a personal website project, and you just would like to have a free hosting, then that's not a problem. You can go with the free hosting, no ads. But as soon as your site begins to pick up steam in terms of traffic, and you want to really optimize things a little bit, it might not be really a bad idea to explore all the other options that free hosting, no ads that does have in terms of paid plans. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let's quickly do a recap here. So in this free hosting, no ads review, I gave you the summary, the pricing, the UX, the rivalry, and the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.